All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about some ridiculous demands that the failing Chicago School Teachers Union is making in their upcoming contract negotiations. From Fox News, headline here says Chicago teachers' $50 billion demands include pay hikes, abortions, migrant accommodation. The Chicago Teachers Union is negotiating a new contract with the public school system and is understood to be calling for an extra $50 billion to pay for wage hikes, as well as other demands such as fully paid abortions for its members, new migrant services and facilities, and a host of LGBT-related requirements and training in schools. To put the figure into context, the total base tax receipts for the state of Illinois last year were $50.7 billion. The incredible demands are being made despite its members delivering underwhelming results for its students, with only 21% of the city's 8th graders being proficient readers, according to the last Nation's Report Card, which provides national results about students' performance. The union's demands have not been made public, but a leaked document sheds light on the eye-popping demands. Union President Stacey Davis Gates' audacious plan calls for members to bank at least 9% wage increases each year through fiscal year 2028. The average salary of a teacher in Chicago public schools is $93,182, according to research by the Illinois Policy Institute, a conservative nonprofit think tank. Therefore, the average teacher's pay will increase by half to $144,620 in the 2027-28 school year, it says. That figure would equate to more than double the median household income in Chicago, according to Census Bureau statistics. The Chicago Tribune reports that the CPS budget will exceed $9 billion this year, up nearly 30% from $7.4 billion just 5 years ago. Much of that increase is reflected in teacher salaries, which are among the highest of any big city teachers in the country. Last school year, the district spent more than $21,000 per student, far above the national average of $14,347, according to census data. Gates' plan also calls for teachers and counselors to be paid a stipend of $1,000 per student per semester when they are assigned a number of students above contractual limits, and a retirement bonus of $2,500 for employees with more than 30 years of service. We are asking you to give us an opportunity to tell our story, Gates said in a speech in March, referring to the union's plans. It will cost $50 billion and 3 cents. Yes, it will. And so what? That's audacity. While the figure might seem far-fetched, the union holds tremendous sway in city politics with deep ties to Mayor Brandon Johnson. Johnson is a former CTU legislative coordinator who was put forward by the union to run for mayor. As of June 30th, 2023, CTU had funneled more than $2.6 million into Johnson's campaign, while he received more than $6 million from teachers' unions altogether, according to the Illinois Policy Institute. Meanwhile, Davis herself has come under fire for sending her son to a private school after calling school choice racist. I guess being a union leader pays well, and you don't actually have to subject your kid to the teachers that you're actually advocating on behalf of. And, another thing here is public sector unions in general, in particular, in this case, teachers unions, effectively operate as a money laundering operation for the Democrat Party, because all of these teachers and other workers are paying dues. Now, those dues are typically based on your salary. So, in theory, every dollar more that a teacher makes, a portion of that gets back to the union, which in turn makes major campaign contributions to one political party, the Democrats. Okay. In fact, they have their handpicked stooge here, the guy you see here, Brandon Johnson, as the mayor. So it would not surprise me to see them get most, if not all, of what they're asking for. Okay. And that's something that you have to keep in mind. That's a big reason why these public sector unions, including teachers unions, should be completely abolished. Okay, because essentially you have one sector of the government negotiating with another sector of the government. So who do you think is going to win that, right? And like I said, all of these public sector unions are a major money laundering operation. That's all it is at the end of the day. Because yeah, it would be one thing if the students were doing well and the parents were happy with the schools and everyone was doing well. Okay, you could in theory justify some of these demands, but the results aren't there. Now, of course, we know that they don't really care about the kids. They don't care about the students. That's not their priority, right? And you had only 21% of eighth graders in Chicago public schools can actually read at their grade level, which is just pitiful. And the real losers here are the students and the parents. And if you haven't already, you need to get your kids out of these public schools. If you can't homeschool, there's charter schools, there's private schools. You need to do everything that you can do in your power to get your kids, get your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews out of these schools, out of these schools. So, anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.